What's up, guys? I'm back. Who would have thought? I thought I was done. Nah, but for real, guys, welcome back. I am finally back. I am so sorry about that to all my 20 followers, subscribers. I had a little bit of a vacation. I got back home. I was in the process of finding a job, so things have been kind of hectic. But hey, I'm back. The new Premier League season has just kicked off, and boy, this first week was crazy. I want to talk about some of the games. We got to talk about my fantasy side. Look at this squad. Kind of nice. Need some help. But hey, I am living by my guy Ducore. I tweeted out this. And hey, I'm going to live with it. I am standing by my guy Ducore. I hope he proves me right, because that performance was masterclass. But before we get started, let us begin with Liverpool versus Leeds. And guys, I think I am falling for the Leeds bandwagon. I know they lost 4-3 to Liverpool. I know Mo Salah got a hat trick and I have him on fantasy team, but I did not give him the captain. And I feel like I did something incredibly wrong by that. I think everyone knows, as he would have gotten me 40 points. But guys, Leeds, Bazella, I never watched, I'm going to be honest, I did not watch a single game of the championship last year. I have ESPN Plus, that's where they show it on here, but I was so into the Prem, I never really watched any of the championship. But hey, I've heard a lot about Leeds the entire time, and they look real. They look really real. They look like a good side. I don't think they're going to get relegated one bit. I think they're going to be doing this to every team. I think they're always going to be a nightmare to play. I'm excited to watch their games. I'm really excited to watch their games. But shout out to Mo Salah with the hat trick. I know 2 of them came from the penalty spot. Virgil van Dijk with the goal. And I want to say, hey, how does Liverpool keep doing this, man? Like, even they made more mistakes than Leeds, I felt like, at times. Like Trent with the own goal, luckily it was offsides. Liverpool, you guys are so good. You guys can make 2, 3, 4 maybe mistakes, big mistakes a game, but you guys are so good that it doesn't matter sometimes. So shout out to Klopp's side, man. Shout out to Mo Salah. I heard on Twitter, don't know if it's true, about Salah and Mbappe switching up. I mean, do you want to do that to the Chem? Like, I get it, it's Mbappe. It's Mbappe. But you guys got something working out so well this year. I don't know, not even just this year, the last couple years. I mean, that Mane, Firmino, and Salah, it's a legendary team, you know. We will never forget it. Like, as long as I'm watching footy, as long as I am alive, I'm never going to forget about that front three that Liverpool has had for the last couple years. I mean, they won the Champions League, and they were unstoppable the next season in the Premier League. That is all you have to say about that squad, you know? But hey, shout out to Liverpool, shout out to Leeds. What an exciting game. I think it was the most exciting game that we have seen. And now I want to talk about Everton versus Tottenham. And is Tottenham that bad? Because, don't get me wrong, like I said, I am living by Ducore. Ancelotti put out a side that looked really good with Ducore and Alan and James, and Richarlison missed that easy shot. But, I wouldn't say easy because I'm not a footballer. I don't know if I could hit that shot. Richarlison missed a good opportunity. Let us say that. Richarlison missed a good opportunity, but he had Calvert-Lewin in the middle, and I was yelling at my TV. Yelling because I have Calvert-Lewin in fantasy. Like, come on, man. He would have had 2 goals for me. I got to get to first place. But Richarlison, you're my guy right here, you know. Great game, though, after that. He still had, like, 2 cut-ins from the left side, curlers, that almost went in the back of the net. So Richarlison played great. Tottenham looks strange. It's very weird. I mean, where do you go from here? Because you have one of the best coaches in the world. You have one of the best strikers in the world. You have Sonny. You have all these pieces, but you guys have never been able to capitalize off it. And now your team's getting a little older. So I'm wondering with Tottenham, where do you go from here? I think it's time to start selling. Do you sell wisely? I would say probably keep Son. I don't know. Do you get rid of Kane? I don't know. Because Tottenham, on paper, have a top 4 squad. When you look at Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, Lucas Moura, Bergwijn on the bench, and you look at Hugo Lloris in the goal, everything all around, you guys have a top 4 squad on paper. But it's not working out, and I know a lot of Tottenham fans are going to be hating me for this, but man, I mean, shout out to you guys, though. You guys have had a consistent squad for so long. 2 years ago, you actually were in the Champions League final. 2 years ago. So Tottenham is, I don't know what's going on with them. I hope to. Okay, it's weird. As a Chelsea fan, I don't hope to see them better. But after watching the whole Amazon documentary, it's Mourinho, man. I love him. I love him to death. He's a great coach, and I don't know. But Tottenham 1-0, Everton 1. It's gonna be looks like it's gonna be a good season for Everton. Let's see how those guys keep up. Ancelotti, we already know, is a fantastic coach. I'm actually excited to watch Everton for the rest of the year. And now let us move on. We had a couple games this week. A lot of games. Let us talk about Wolves. Wolves with the amazing, Raul Jimenez scored that amazing volley in the 3rd minute. I was actually driving to my cousin's house to watch the game. I got there on like the 12th minute and there was no more goals. There was already 2 goals by Wolves. There was no more goals, so I didn't even really see the goals live in person. But hey, Wolves looks great. Adama Traore is Adama Traore again this season. Wolves is going to be a good side this year. I think they're going to be maybe a little bit better than last year. And I didn't want to see the goals that much, but hey, let us talk about my team, Chelsea 3 to Brighton 1. And before we get started, let us give a shout out to Tariq Lamptey. Over here in America, they play NBCSN. I don't know if in the UK it's Sky or whatever it is. But here, all they were talking about was Tariq Lamptey the whole game. And I'm sure it was the same way in the UK. And not to undermine Lamptey, because he deserved it. He put a performance to remember. I mean, it was definitely some, hey, Lamps, Roman, Marina, you should have backed me, not Reese. It was a great performance, wasn't it? And I knew Lamptey was good. I remember, I know Poet from David and Vuj podcast and everything. They talk about when Chelsea was playing Arsenal last year back in December. I think it was January. Lamptey came in. I don't remember if we were 1-0 down or we already tied 1-1. But Lamptey came in and played such a pivotal role for us to win that game 2-1 at the Emirates. I knew Lamptey was good then, and then Lamptey got sold that same month. Like the same window, he got sold. He came in, raised his market value, and left. And I knew this man is legit. I think Lamptey is one of the best right backs. I'm not going to say like top 2, top 3, top 5 right backs in the Prem, but he's definitely up there for the top 10. He's such a good player. And I hope he does, I know he is English and he has Ghananese descent. So I hope he picks Ghana for the national side, because in England, you already got Trent, you got Wan-Bissaka, you got Reece. Those 3 are going to be competing for years to come. So I hope Lamptey picks Ghana, gets that playing time. It will be so good to see him play. I still love him. He came in and he wanted blood out of Chelsea. He played a great game. But then, Reece James shut up the announcers by scoring that beautiful goal. And he even got the assist to Kurt Zouma off the cross. So in the end of the day, I'm back in Chelsea's side by picking Reece. Because Reece had that goal and the assist. Don't get me wrong, up until then, Lamptey stole the show. He was amazing. But Reece came in, did his job. It got personal for Reece because he had to prove himself too and remind Marina, like, hey, I am the man for the job. Tariq might be my guy. He might be my guy, but right now, it's personal. It was so fun to watch. I mean, I thought Brighton played better than us most of the game. I think 3-1 is actually unfair for how well they played, The Kurt Zouma goal was probably a bit lucky with the deflection. Jorginho's penalty, he doesn't miss from pens. He doesn't miss. And Reece James, I mean, that goal was phenomenal. I thought Timo played fantastic. He didn't score. He gave us the penalty. He looked Turbo Timo is what they're calling him, and it looked sick to watch. I was so excited. And Kai, honestly, we will be honest, it was not an exciting debut, but still a lot to come. Kai has to take time. He honestly hasn't been with the team that long either. At least Timo Werner has been with the team for months at this point, whereas Kai kind of just got there, so I'm not going to get frustrated. For Chelsea fans, there's a lot to look forward to. We have Ben Chilwell coming in, because Alonso was honestly yesterday. We got Pulisic coming back. We got Thiago Silva coming in. And Aspie was on the bench. So we still have a lot of options that coming in. It was very interesting to see. I'm super excited for this Chelsea season. I'm not saying we're going to win the league, but I think we're going to compete for the league. I think it's going to be a great season. And yesterday, that game reminded me of, yes, we are going to compete for the league, solely on the fact that even playing a pretty bad game, we came up with a 3-1 win against a team that was playing so much better than us for most of the game. That is what Liverpool did all year last year. Even on days that they were struggling, they still came up with the win. I'm not comparing us to Liverpool. Liverpool fans, don't get at me. I'm not saying we're in that same quality right now. I'm just saying there was games last year that you guys were struggling with, but you still pulled out a win. And that is what Chelsea did yesterday. And that is what's crucial to a title contending season. There's always going to be games that you are not playing as well as the other side, but the champions are the ones who still end up winning that game, finding a way to win. So that was what was exciting for Chelsea versus Brighton. But once again, shout out to Brighton because the score sheet was unfair to them, and a lot of exciting things to come. We still have United and City to play next week. Can't wait to see what happens with that. I wonder if Van de Beek is going to make his debut for United. But guys, stay tuned. We're going to be back to making videos. The Prem is back. I am super, super excited. And before I let you go, I want to say, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. And also, as Vuj always says on his YouTube, I'm kind of stealing it. Have a nice, guys. Have a nice.